occurs, if there is any tightness. So that's a good thing, because then we can see how we feel at the end of the class, the effectiveness of all of our work during the practice. It's not only physical, obviously, it's mental and physical, but it's good to also take note of the body. So yoga is a practice of body, mind, and spirit. So quietening the mind, lifting the spirit, and bring yourself deep, finding that deep inner peace and calm. So Padmasana. First we need to start with cradling one foot. You choose one side. I'm doing my left foot. Grabbing hold of the foot. I've got my left arm underneath my left calf, opening up. So what we're doing is we're working into my left hip joint, the left hip joint. And lift the foot up and down. So cradling side to side, a little bit up and down. Start to focus on your breath. So noticing the breath come and go, because we spend all day breathing and we don't even think about it. So really focus on your breath. Feel the breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Maybe making a little ujjayi sounding breath straight away. So swirling the breath in the back of the throat. So that's done by, if you go fogging up a mirror, go ah, then close the lips and go. So you're trying to fog the mirror up with the lips closed. So over to the other side. So making that ujjayi sound, that oceanic, victorious sounding breath. So foot down, lifting the foot up, working into the hips. So just noticing any sensations you feel, whether it be in the knees, the thigh, the hip joint. And then placing the feet down. Now, of course, you can stay in Sukhasana, which is an easy cross-legged seated position, or have a little go at placing. So you need to bring one foot in a little closer, then placing one foot onto the other thigh. If you need to prop up the knee, so you can just get that feeling of having a foot onto the thigh. But full lotus is where you bring the foot up as high up as you can. Then the knee comes down, so you need to work into that hip, and then taking the other foot and drawing up the other thigh. So the legs are crossing. It's almost like this that you're doing with the feet. So notice the sensations in the hips. If you can sit like this, we're going to not stay like this for too long. Or take just the one foot across, or taking Sukhasana. Now closing the eyes, just so we can really take our focus a little deeper within. So noticing any sounds outside of the room, any sensations in the body, just observe. Say, okay, that's what's happening. I'm going to focus on my breath, in and out. Taking the hands, palms facing up onto the knees, pointer finger and thumb, joining together universal consciousness with universal consciousness. So joining us all together. Growing the spine long and tall. Feel as though somebody's stretching your spine long and tall up to the sky. Crown of the head growing up, reaching to the sky. Drawing in your mula bandha, your pelvic floor, your perineum, your anal lock. Squeeze and lift there. On your exhale, drawing in your navel into your spine. Scoop that in. Checking you're not allowing the shoulders to hunch up by the ears, so draw the shoulders away from the ears, creating space. Ujjayi breath in and out. Strong, powerful breath.
Setting the hips, the reaching the goals.
Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. Breathing in for 4. Breathing out for 4. In for 4. Out for 4. One more time. In for 4. Out for 4. Just let the breath soften. Notice any sensations in the body. And then setting your intention. What is your intention today? What is your label? I am. Make it definite, positive, strong, clear. Something that deeply resonates with you. I am. 3 times say to yourself your intention to your inner mind's eye. Opening up the eyes, noticing how the legs and hips feel. As we go back to this at the end of the class, just make a little mental note how you feel right now. Now extending the legs, so mindfully releasing your feet. If you've come into lotus, to extend the legs out front into Dandasana staff pose. Hands alongside the hips, roll the shoulders back and down. Feel as though you're pressing your back against a wall. Squeeze the thighs. Really activate. Flex the feet. Your lower core bandhas switched on, then adding in Jalandhara Bandha, chin towards your chest. Feel the length in the back of the neck. Don't strain the back of the neck though. Steady, continuous Ujjayi breath. In for 4. Out for 4. In for 4. Out for 4. 2 more. In for 4. Out for 4. In for 4. Out for 4. Crossing the legs. Rolling over onto your knees. Planting your hands mindfully to the mat. Spreading the fingers wide. We're going to lift the hips up and go straight into downward facing dog. So let's walk out our dog first. Pedaling the backs of the legs, just the lower legs really. From the Achilles all the way up to the calf, maybe to the backs of the knees. Don't really feel it so much in the hamstrings here. Draw your navel to your spine and take your drishti, your gaze to your navel, so you feel the head hang heavy. Taking out any tension in the shoulders, in the neck. Let's hold our downward facing dog for 5 breaths. So stretching the heels down towards the mat. Feel the rootedness of your feet, the rootedness of your hands. Feel as though you're pointing your tailbone up towards the sky. So you're tilting your pelvis forwards anteriorly so you can send your tailbone up. So you'll feel a greater stretch now down the backs of the legs. Another deep breath in and out. Then bending the knees, look forwards towards your hands and walk the feet up to the top. Hanging in ragdoll, just to stretch the hamstrings here. So reaching the elbows down towards the floor. You can take a little micro bend in the knees if your legs are feeling stiff. So never lock out the knee joints, that's really important. Always have a little micro bend in the knees. You don't want to hyperextend into the knee joints. Take a little sway from side to side if that feels good. Let's stretch in as you sway side to side. You feel that stretch occurring in the lower back side. in the sides of the lower back, so left and right. Nod the head yes. Shake the head no. Circle with the nose. Both directions. Then dropping the fingertips to the earth. Soften into the knees, but strengthen into the legs and root into the feet, so you feel the groundedness of the legs and feet. Start to draw yourself up to standing. Feel as though you're stacking your spine from the base. Vertebra by vertebra. The head arriving last. Bring your feet together. Now have your blocks ready at the front of your mat. Left side, right side. I've got mine back in front because I'm going to turn around. This sequence requires me to turn around, but you have your blocks to the front. Set up your mountain pose. Feet, toes rooted. Padabandha to the earth. So pressing the toes in, lift the inner arches, squeeze the thighs, neutralize your pelvis. Roll the shoulders back and down. Openness in the chest without flaring the ribs. So we're not doing this. Got a neutral spine, but openness in the chest. Lifting the heart shining forwards, your cosmic inner smile. Crown of the head up to the sky, reaching away, long and tall spine. Energize your arms all the way to your fingers. Imagine your body's charged up like a battery. We're going to take sun salutation A. So inhale, arms sweep wide, lifting up to Hanumanasana. Exhale, swan dive down, arms wide. Into your forward fold Uttanasana. Let the head drop down. Inhale, half lift, so your gaze is forwards, hands on shins. Hold the breath, plant the hands, step your feet into plank. We're going to begin with knees, chest, chin. To lower down, exhale, then inhale into your Salutation. Roll the shoulders back, lift into the belly, draw navel to spine, tuck the toes, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, 2 breaths. So set yourself up straight away in your downward facing dog, drishti to navel, and chin to chest. On your next breath in, take a bend in the knees so the thighs come towards the belly and you're on the balls of the feet. Look forwards. Take a big breath in. Then exhale to hop, step or jump to the top, keeping your hands planted to the floor. Inhale, half lift, gaze forwards. Exhale, forward fold deeply. Plant the hands. If you need to bend the knees, then do so. Inhale as the arms sweep right, wide, rooting the feet, squeezing the thighs, lifting up to Hanumanasana. Exhale, float down into forward fold Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Hold the breath, plant the hands. You can step or jump into your plank, and you can start to use Chaturanga Dandasana or stick with knees, chest, chin if you feel like your body's still warming up. Inhale for your Salutation or full up dog. Exhale, draw navel to spine as you transition your way into downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths. Make them long, make them steady. On your next breath in, bend the knees. Thighs to belly, look forwards. Exhale, hop, step, jump to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, drop the head towards the shins. Root the feet, inhaling. Lifting into your Hanumanasana. Last time, exhale to forward fold. Mindfully lifting the heart and gaze, scooping the belly up, half lift. Hold the breath as you plant the hands strong into the floor. Hop, step, or jump back lightly and silently. Exhale to lower, hover above the mat if you're taking Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, draw navel to spine, scoop the belly in and back. Downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. 2 breaths. Inhale, bend the knees, look forwards between the hands. Exhale, hop, step, jump to the top. Inhale, half lift. Maybe fingertips to the earth if you feel your legs are warming up. Now exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms wide. Lifting up with your energy all the way to the sky. Then hands through center, Atmanjali Mudra to Samastiti. Take a few steadying breaths here. Moving into our sun salutation B. So inhaling as we bend the knees, grazing the earth with our fingertips. Follow your fingertips with your gaze, coming into chair pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Hold the breath. Plant the hands. Step, jump, hop back, your choice. Exhale, lower, your choice. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. From here, we're lifting on an inhale, the right leg to the sky, bend the knee, and draw 3 big circles with the knee. First in one direction, and then the other way. Big circles. Then stepping the foot forwards, drop the left knee to the earth, untuck the back toes. Inhaling, Untitled low crescent lunge. Now if you're feeling strong today, press into that front foot and lift the back knee off the mat. One big breath in. Exhale, drop the knee, plant the hands next to the left foot. Press into the hands and step into plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, open up your way. Exhale, draw navel to spine, drawing yourself back to down dog. Then inhaling, left leg to the sky, bend the knee. Then open the hip up. 3 big circles. Then the other way. Feel the movement in the hip. Stepping the left foot forwards. Plant the back knee down, untuck the back toes, coming into Anjaneyasana. Squeeze into both thighs, push into the front foot, lifting the back knee. Big breath in. Exhale, drop the knee, plant the front hands, the arm next to the foot. Inhale into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Use this as your little recovery to reset your breath. Get some nice big breaths in. On your next breath in, bend the knees, come on the balls of feet, look forwards, hop, step, or jump to the top. Inhale, half lift, forward, fold deeply, exhaling. Then into your chair pose as you breathe in. Sukhasana. Exhale, forward fold. Move with the breath. Inhale, half lift. Plant the hands, a little hold of the breath as you plant yourself into your plank, and exhale to lower. Chaturanga, elbows close to the body, up dog. Inhale, down dog. Exhale. Kicking the right leg to the sky. Come on the ball of the left foot. Look to the hands. You step the right foot forwards, coming into your Chandrasana. So the left foot heel is lifted, but you sink into the hips, driving that back heel away. Then coming with the arms up, hands apart or hands together, your choice. Look up to the thumbs. Big breath in. Exhale, frame the front foot into plank. Exhale to lower. Elbows close to the body. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Big kick with the left leg to the sky on a breath in. Look to the front hands. Come on the ball of the right foot. Stare, bring your weight into the hand, slightly stepping the hand, the left foot between the hands. Squeeze into the thighs. Drive that right heel away. Sink into the hips. Inhale into your Chandrasana. Hands together or hands separate, your choice. Big breath in. Exhale, frame that front foot into plank, then lower down. Exhaling, inhaling, up dog, down dog, exhale. 2 breaths. Bend the knees, look forwards, exhale, hop, step, jump to the top. Inhale, half lift, forward fold, exhale. Into chair, inhaling, scoop the belly up, engage into the belly. Last time, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, fingertips or hands to shins, hold the breath as you jump, step or hop to your plank. Exhale, lower. Use those chaturanga arms. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breath in, right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog, hold it here. Really kick that leg to the sky. Then stepping the right foot forward, drop the back heel this time as we come into warrior one, Virabhadrasana. So hips face forwards, reaching the arms up, hands together or arms separate depending on how your shoulders feel. Look up to your top hands, look up to your thumbs with your drishti. Big breath in, exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, plank, exhale, low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Hold it into your standing split. Three-legged dog. Stepping that left foot forwards. Right heel to the floor. Inhale, coming into warrior one. Look up to your hands. Really sink into that front hip. The hips face forward so you're not sending your body to the side, hips and body still facing the top of the mat. Big breath in. Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale into plank. Exhale to low. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Should be feeling nice and warm now. Take a deep breath in. Fill the lungs. Open the breath and let the sigh come out. Release the breath. Another one of those. Lion's breath next. Sticking out the tongue, looking to the third eye. Bend the knees, look forwards. Exhale, hop, step, jump. Up to the top. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Coming into Padmasana, Utkatasana next. So first coming into Utkatasana, bring the feet and legs together, squeeze the thighs. Then hands to heart center. Going to squeeze the legs, rotating into the chest, to the right, hooking the left elbow across the right knee. Hands stacked one on top of the other, elbow lifted, right elbow lifted. Look over your right shoulder. If you want to grow your wings wide, open your wings. Inhale back to center, over to the other side, hooking the right elbow across the left knee. Really get that twist, squeeze the legs together. Look over your left shoulder, then opening up the arms. Inhale back to center. Taking your left hand down to the floor, little spider fingers. Gonna reach that take the right hand to the floor. The left hand is going to reach to the right foot. Bring the knees together, back together. So the right knee is now behind the left. Drawing the right foot up towards the buttock. And then looking over your left shoulder. Taking a little twist. Big breath in. Exhale over to the other side. So left hand down, left foot lifts. Draw the legs together, the knees together, one behind the other. Right hand onto the left foot. Roll the right shoulder back. Draw the left foot in towards the right buttock. So looking up to the sky beyond your right shoulder. Scoop the belly up. Big breath in. Exhale, release the feet down. Feet together. Uttanasana, so we're going to really stretch into the backs of the legs. Have your hands alongside your feet. So your toes and your fingertips line up. So we're forward folding in a standing position. So drawing the head down towards the shins. With every exhale, just see if you can bring yourself a little closer to the legs. You can have a little bend, a micro bend into the knees. Taking a big breath in, and to step your left foot back and straighten your legs. Have your right hand down alongside the lower calf and roll the left shoulder back, coming into Untitled. So take your left hand onto your left hip, left hand, left hip. Look up to the sky and then lift the left arm up so your arms are 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. We're going to hold it here this time. Lifting your side waist, don't dump down. Lift so you feel as though your fingertips are reaching away from each other. One more big breath in and out. Going to look down to your front foot to take your right hand to your block. So from there, we're going to come into our half moon, our Ardha Chandrasana. So lifting the left leg up, hip height, flex the foot, or taking hold of the foot. Opening the hip up. So your Ardha Chandrasana this way or binding. So rolling the left shoulder back, looking over your left shoulder towards the sky. 2 more breaths. Exhale, look down to your front foot, mindfully and carefully stepping that left foot back to transition into Warrior 2. So checking your feet are aligned along that imaginary or drawn line on your mat, windmilling the left arm overhead, coming into Warrior 2. Now if you need to wiggle your feet a little wider apart so that the knee doesn't oversell the ankle, then do so now. Sink into the hips, working into the hips, deepen that stretch there, a little bit lower so that you bring that thigh parallel to the floor, creating that right angle with the right leg. Looking to your front hand with your drishti, soften the face, soften the jaw, take any tension out of the face. Taking your extended side angle, forearm to thigh, holding that precious thing in that hand, reaching the arm away, sink a little bit lower, reach a little bit more. So it's like you're trying to pull the left fingertips away from the outer blade of the left foot. Look up to your top hand, open the chest forwards. Go a little bit lower. So hand come down to the ankle. And then into our humble warrior. So from here, we're going to clasp the hands behind the back. You can come up to do this. Roll the shoulder blades together and back and down. Take a big breath in. Start to lift the arms up, taking the right shoulder to the right knee. And the crown of the head reaching down to the floor. Make your breath strong. Ujjayi breaths. So really, by not holding on to anything, by having our arms lifted, really sinking into our hips here. One more breath in. Coming into our flying splits. We haven't done this one for a while. Hands down. I'm going to turn around so you can see from the side angle, a little bit different angle. My right arm is underneath my right leg. We're drawing in the left elbow in towards the body. And I don't have to lift the legs off. The legs can stay touching the floor like this. Draw those elbows in and hold it there. Or you can begin to bring the weight forwards and kick the legs away from each other. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the left knee forwards, keeping the right leg up, coming into your Sukhasana. So hooking that right arm over the right leg over the right arm. Squeeze in tight, really squeeze in tight, push into the hands, and then hooking the feet together. So left goes over right. Extend the leg, squeeze into the arm, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down, cross the legs, roll over onto the knees. Press into the hands, nice and strong. Woo. Jumping the feet back or stepping the feet back. Exhale, lower. Up dog, inhale. Exhaling, down dog. Stepping your left foot forwards, coming into Trikonasana. Left foot forwards, right foot back. So I'm turning around so I don't put my back to you. So left hand down by the left, by the ankle or lower calf, and then rolling that right shoulder back. Then lifting up with the right arm. Opening up the chest, lift into the left side waist. Squeeze the thighs as though you're pulling them towards each other. 2 more breaths. Big breath in, exhale, look down to your left foot, left hand onto the block, taking yourself into that half moon. So just a light touch onto your block. Your left thigh really, really strong. Push into the left big toe. So you hold, taking the right arm up into your half moon or taking the bind. So you hold on to the right foot, right hand. Draw the knee back. Lift the gaze. Big breath in. Mindfully bringing down the right foot on your central line into your warrior 2. So set it up so that the front knee doesn't go over the ankle when you sink down into the hips, really sinking down. Reach the arms away, fingertips as far apart as they can go. Soften the face and gaze. Look to your front hands. Steady, strong breaths. Should be able to see your front big toe. 1 more big breath in and out. Utthita Padmasana, extended side angle. Holding something precious in the left hand and sweeping the right arm overhead. Reaching the fingertips away. Open the chest forward and roll the chest forwards. Look up. Sink a little bit deeper into the hips. A little lower. Left hand down to the left ankle. Two more breaths. Then into your humble warrior. So you need to come up to clasp the hands together. Then roll the shoulders back and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Big breath in, lift and lengthen. Then exhale. Left shoulder to the left knee. Reach the arms up. 5 breaths. Really work into that left hip. Big breath in. Hands come down. Left leg forwards, left arm underneath. So you're making a support with the arm underneath the leg. Really get that shoulder as much underneath there as possible. Then bringing the weight forwards. It's like you're taking a chaturanga arms. Hug the elbows in. Reach the leg to the side. And reach the other leg away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee comes forward, so the right leg comes forward. Keeping the left leg up over the left arm into your Sukhasana. So get that nice ledge for the support of the legs with the arm. Hooking the right foot across the left, then squeezing the legs together into the arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the legs into your vinyasa. Cross the legs, hop, step or jump back. Exhale, lower. Up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Take 2 recovery breaths. Inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, hop, step or jump to the top. Half lift, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Let's sweep the arms wide, lifting up all the way to the top. Look up to your thumbs, little micro back bend, exhale into Samasthiti. Right. Grabbing your strap if you need it for the next pose, or holding your right big toes with your peace fingers. Find your drishti spot. Left hand onto left hip. Rootedness of that left foot strong, standing supporting leg. Extend the right leg forwards. Lift the leg up. Kiss your knee. Two more breaths. And back over to the other side. Rootedness of the right foot, big toe pressing, right hand, right hip. Peace fingers all strap around the left foot. Extend the leg. Lift it up. Kiss the knee. Lift it up a little bit more. Two more breaths. Push it standing, big toe into the earth. Bring it down. Into Garudasana, eagle pose, or figure of four. Figure of four. Right leg across left. Flex the foot firmly, sinking down. 5 breaths there, or taking yourself right arm under left, right leg over left. So the opposite bind of the arms and the legs. One big breath in. And release, other side. So figure of four, your option, hands to heart, or taking Garudasana, left leg over, left arm under. So opposite. And slowly release, stepping the legs wide, hands to heart, onto the hips, heart lifts. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching the hands out to the side towards the big toes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lowering the head down towards the floor. Elbows lift up. Scoop the belly up. Inhale to reach the heart forwards, gaze forwards. If you can, reach the arms away underneath, so fingertips behind, reaching away. Two more breaths. That lovely stretch on the backs of the legs. Hands to center. Breath in to lift up. Pivot yourself around back to the front of your mat. Right foot forward. Step the left foot in a bit so that your feet are now no longer hip distance lining up, but they're wider apart and your hips are facing forwards. So not a long stance this way, and your feet are kind of parallel. They're not centrally lined up. Hips forwards, hands into reverse prayer, all clasping opposite elbows. Grow the spine along the toe. And exhale, squeeze into the hips and thighs as you reach yourself forwards, folding over the right leg. Draw that left hip forwards, right hip back. Scoop the belly up. Shoulders away from the ears. Push the hands together if you're doing your reverse prayer. Two more breaths. Padmasana, pyramid pose. Planting the hands down, take a little fun little flamingo. So fingertips to the back, thumbs to the front. Your hands are kind of underneath, centrally between the legs. Push into the front foot so you can tilt your weight forwards and evenly distribute the weight between the hands and the feet as you draw your left knee in, look slightly to the side or to the back of your right knee. Lift the foot up towards the buttock. Look to your front big toe. One more big breath in. Lower the right foot back, left foot back down, coming into a revolved triangle. So use your block if you need to press your left hand onto the block outside of your right foot. Or take your hand down onto the floor outside of the right foot. Right hand onto the right hip. Draw the hips, thighs towards each other. It's like trying to squeeze the inner thighs together. Roll the right shoulder back, scoop the belly up, lifting the right arm up to the sky. Big breath in, exhale, look down to the front foot. Take your left hand onto your block to the left. Lift the left leg up. Take your right hand back onto your right hip. Flex the left foot. Roll the right shoulder to the right. Opening your chest to the right. And opening up the right arm to the sky. Big breath in. Exchange the legs round. So now you have your left foot forwards, your right foot back. Hands on the hips, lifting the body up. Check in on your hips facing forwards to the front of the mat. 45-degree angle on the back foot and your left foot facing completely forwards. Reversing your prayer first. Or clasping opposite elbows. So find that reverse prayer. Open up into the chest, lift and lengthen on your inhale, and exhale, folding over your left leg. Right hip forwards, left hip back. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Scoop the belly up. Inhale to lift a little, bringing the hands down, taking a little flamingo. So fingertips back, thumb forwards, spider fingers, weight into the left foot, bring the right knee alongside the left, maybe slightly behind, hook. It's like we're trying to hook your right foot up towards your bottom. Scoop the belly up, 2 more breaths, have a little bit of fun. Then exhale, taking the right foot back down into revolved triangle, Triangle Trikonasana. So use your block on the outside of the foot if you need it. Left hand, left hip. Draw the thighs towards each other, hips towards each other. Scoop the belly up. Revolve the chest to the left. And then opening up the left arm to the sky. Look up. This is a balance, so it's always a little bit wobbly. That's okay. Big breath in. Exhale, look down to your front foot. Right hand goes onto the block to the right. Take your weight into your left leg. Right leg elevates up to hip height. Take your left hand onto your left hip just to help you roll that left shoulder back, open your chest to the left. Then opening the arm up. Flex the lifted leg foot. Soften into the standing knee ever so slightly. Don't block out the leg. 2 more breaths. And then bringing the legs back together. Taking a little standing split. Starting with the left leg to the floor. So we're going to hold on to the left hand to the floor. Right hand onto the ankle, lift the right leg up. Other side. So the idea is trying to bring yourself down towards your standing leg. One big breath in, exhale down. Right, let's get down to the floor. So step your left leg back. Going to come into a lizard. So right foot forwards, left leg back. Hands down the inside of the right leg. The right foot at a little 45-degree angle. So stay here first so we can sink into the hips. So lowering the hips down towards the floor, look forwards. And then dropping the left knee down, release the toes. Beginning to bring the elbows down. Let the head hang heavy. So starting to really sink into the hips, drawing the hips down to the floor. Coming up, taking a block, placing a block under the right foot. See if you can bring the elbows back down again. If you want to, you can tap the back left toes and lift the left knee off the floor. And slowly release down. Push into the hands, take the foot off the block. Have both your blocks to hand as we start to work our way towards Hanumanasana. So if you need to pad up underneath the front leg, we're going to be doing first little half splits and forwards and backwards first. So have a cushion to hand for that, but have your blocks ready. So first we're going to do some hips forwards, hips back. Lift the front foot, hips forwards, hips back. And then hold forward. So you're taking your hips back and you're trying to fold forward over the front leg. And then lift the foot up, really draw the foot towards you. Tick-tock the foot to the right without moving the leg. Take it to the left, take it to the right, take it to the left. So what we're doing is slightly left, slightly right. Slightly pulls onto the outer hamstring and the inner hamstring. So see how that feels. Then taking your weight forwards and back again. If you want to, start to take and slide the right foot forwards a little bit more. And then sliding the left leg back. Start to bring yourself down so that you are supported under your front leg with your cushion. So you could take your hands away. But have your blocks. We're going to press into the blocks, doing that squeeze and lifting. It's like trying to push away. It's like trying to lift the legs off. And then pull the legs towards each other. Like you're trying to, without moving the feet, drag the feet towards each other energetically. Hold. And release down. Take your hands off the blocks. And then push away. We're going to do that 2 more times. So pull, pull, pull towards each other with those feet. Release it down. Hands off the blocks. 1 more. Really, really strong. It's like the feet are trying to drag the carpet or the mat towards each other. Release. Take your cushion away if you want to see how your splits are today. So you can still hold on to your blocks if that works for you. Or you can take the hands away and lift the hands up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give your legs a little shake forwards. Little helping hand. Give them a shake. Go over to left leg forwards, right leg back. So stepping the left leg forwards, let's start in that lizard. Lizard started. Left foot forwards, right foot back. Starting with a kind of a low lunge position. Turn your left foot up 45 degrees. Look forwards, sink the hips down. Working deeply into the hips here. Use the breath to steady you and support you. You need those strong breaths. Drop the right knee and tuck the back toes. Come onto your elbows. Now if you need to prop up your elbows with blocks or a cushion, if your elbows don't reach down, then do so. Bring your chest down as far as possible. Sinking the hips down, so push the hips, like you're trying to touch the hips down to the floor. Push down. If you can, take your left foot onto your block. So onto the block it goes. And bring the elbows back down. So this, increases the stretch even further. If you want to, you can lift the back knee so that the weight is really into the hips now. Soften into the face, don't take any tension into the face or the neck, into the shoulders. Try to relax. I know it's hard. Try to relax and breathe into these challenging stretches. If we hold our breath in any way, we start to tense up, and we don't want to tense up. We actually want to, there's tension with relaxation at the same time. Into half splits. So have both blocks. So sending the hips forwards, hands on your blocks, and then the hips go back. Flex the front foot off the floor. And then hold it back and flex the foot towards you. So you're folding over your front leg. Really intense stretch down the back of the leg. Tick-tock the foot left to right really slowly. Take a little pause as it's to the right. A little pause as it's to the left. And you'll notice the difference. You'll like that slightly intensifies on when you tick-tock to the right. It'll be on the inside of the hamstring, the inner hamstring, and on the outer hamstring as you push onto the left. Okay, let's start working forwards and backwards again, and then down we go. So sliding the left leg forwards, wiggle it forwards. So pushing into our blocks. Push into the blocks, drag the feet as though towards each other, energetically. Push into those blocks nice and strong. Release down, hands off the blocks. And again, 2 more times. One more. And away with the cushion if you want. See where you're at with your splits. So you can still keep pushing into your block, lifting the arms up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs come forwards. Give your legs a little stretch out. Where are we at with time? Nearly there, guys. So that was our peak pose. Taking a little seated couple of stretches. YogaFit. This is a great one to see how the hips feel. So taking the right leg over the left. Right arm up. Bring it down to touch between the shoulder blades. Left hand reaches up. Use a strap if you need to for this. Big breath in. Straighten up the spine. Take the elbow away from the head so you can not be pushing yourself skew to the side. Then exhale, hinge from the hip creases forwards over the legs. Inhale to come up. Release the arms. Give them a lovely wave out shake. And then switching the legs the other way. Left over right. Hug those feet in towards you. Left arm reaches up. Bring the hand down between the shoulder blades. Reach the other one up. Clasp the hands together if you can. Take the elbow away from the head. Lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Over the legs. 5 deep breaths. Breathe into those hips. Into the arms. Scoop the belly up. Inhale to lift. And one more little stretch with the legs. We're going to take our blocks underneath our right buttock and extend the right leg forwards, fold the left leg back, take the flesh away from underneath the back of the leg, so you should be able to see your left heel out beyond your left buttock. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Reaching the hands forward, so take a little lift, and then folding forwards over the front leg. You can see that slightly out of camera shots. Back a little bit. So we're holding onto the foot, level up into the shoulders, so you're not going wonky, skew to the side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to lift, come back up, exchange sides. So block under the left buttock, left leg extends, right foot folds underneath. Just make space for the calf out to the side, knee to the side, foot to the side, so you should be able to see the foot away from the buttock. Inhale, lift and lengthen, forward fold, breath in, then exhale down. Taking hold of the foot if you can, or use your strap. Checking yourself level so you're not folding forwards unevenly. 2 more deep breaths. Big breath in to come up. Straddling the legs. Last stretch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. So we've had a super stretch with our splits. So we've worked ourselves really strongly into our hips, into the legs. So let's see how this forward fold, straddle fold is today. There. Upavista Hanumanasana. So reach towards your feet. Have a landing for your head if your head isn't coming down to the floor. Use a cushion or a block. Deep breaths, exhaling, releasing. 2 more breaths. Then inhaling to come up, bring the feet together. Just this quick Baddha Konasana. Little rock side to side. Open the hips up, even butterfly the knees. And then tilting forwards with the chest, leaning forwards. Pushing the knees down towards the floor. 3 more breaths. Inhaling to come up. And then find your comfortable space to lie down. I recommend you go over to your wall and take your legs up the wall. Let's take the legs up the wall. Good. Take a cushion with you. So lying down with your bottom towards the wall, and then take the legs up so your legs are firmly placed against the wall. Taking your hand to your heart center, left hand, heart center, right hand onto your belly. If this feels uncomfortable, you can even place a little cushion behind the knees. But take your legs as close to the wall as you can. Roll your head, left side, right side. And then find a comfortable spot in the middle. Close the eyes and let the breath settle and soften. Feel the rise and fall of the belly, of the chest. Feel the heart beating beneath the left hand. Allow the shoulders, the arms, the elbows to sink into the floor. And the back of the head, the neck to relax and also sink into the floor. The upper back, the lower back, the hips and buttocks softening and sinking into the floor, imprinting into the floor. Relax into the lower limbs of the legs, softening and pressing into the wall without any tension, without holding in any way. Relaxing the muscles of the face, the jaw. The eyes are resting heavy in their sockets and the tongue resting heavy in the roof of the mouth. Separate the teeth, relaxing the muscles of the mouth. Feeling that little smile in the corner of your lips. Staying here for a few more moments. I'm just going to read to you from my book, Journey to the Heart. So we are finely tuned instruments, body, mind and soul. We receive messages and we receive guidance. We transmit energy and the energy of love. When we come off center though, we become like two-way radios whose tuners aren't on the right frequency. We aren't receiving or transmitting clearly. We hear and feel the static. Often instinctively, that's when we start broadcasting more loudly, sometimes screaming to be heard. Now is not the time to crank up the volume. Instead, take time you need to get centered and to become peaceful and to see what you need to do, and how and what you need to feel. What healing resources do you need to do this, to utilize this? What's your voice, your quiet, trustworthy inner voice saying, one that speaks through your heart? Take time to get centered and peaceful. It isn't selfish and it's not a waste of time. So when we're ready, when we're clear, we can then receive clearly and transmit clearly. So thinking of that frequency, thinking of your positive frequency and the frequency of the sound of my singing bowl. Receive that positive sound and then feel your positive frequency, your vibration transmitted outward. Slowly bringing awareness back to the room, wiggling your fingers and toes, and slowly and carefully lowering your legs down to the side so you can come away from the wall. Rolling over onto one side, just briefly pausing there, and then slowly and carefully keeping the eyes closed or the gaze low, coming back to your seated position that you started with. So if you took half lotus or full lotus, then go back to where you began. Take your full circle back to the beginning. Growing your spine long and tall. And notice the sensations in the body. How do your legs and hips feel now? Generating gratitude and positive vibrations within. Receiving and giving those positive vibrations. Taking your hands to your heart center and honoring yourself and the time you've spent this morning. My friends, have a wonderful Saturday. The light in me honors the light in you. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Hope you have a lovely day. Hope your hips and legs feel good. Take care.